I want to show you 3 commands now that have to do with DNS. All 3 are ipconfig commands with some switch. So the first is flush DNS. ipconfig, and then, whoops, we aren't actually typing there. Let's try that again. ipconfig space / flush DNS. This flushes our DNS cache so that we no longer have DNS cache on this system. Now let's take a look to verify that. We're going to do the second one, display DNS. ipconfig space / display DNS, and you see we have nothing there. Well, let's put something there. I'm going to go out and reload my Google page, and then we'll go back and we'll repeat that last command, display DNS, and there's our google.com that we just went out to. See this 142 right now on time to live? That's how many seconds this will live in the DNS cache. If I rerun this, you'll see I now have 129 seconds left. If I just keep rerunning it, you'll see it's counting down as it ages until that thing reaches 0, at which time this record will disappear. Notice it's at 172.217.14.228. Let's try an experiment. Earlier, we in another video, we changed the host file, and I said that the hosts file will read itself into our DNS cache. So let's try that out. I'm going to go to our system, Windows System 32 driver, etc., and I'm going to change this host file. I'm going to open it with Notepad, and as we did earlier, I'm going to change Google so that it's 10.10.10.10 www.google.com, like that. We'll save this file right where it is, and then we will upload it here to this space. It is now the hosts file in our system, and now let's go to let's flush, let's just display DNS. ipconfig display DNS, and look at this. It now says in our cache www.google.com is at 10.10.10.10 with a long time to live. Why this long time to live? Well, that's because it's from my host file. And so because it's a static DNS entry, it's going to live for a long time, and it will refresh itself once that times out. So you can see that the host file is simply read into RAM because the DNS cache exists in RAM. The third DNS command that I want to give you is the register DNS. ipconfig space / register DNS. What that does is registers this host name, in this case the host name of this computer is Redwood, into our DNS server. Now my DNS server is at my ISP at 75.75.75.75. So after I run this command, it says it requires elevation, which I did not count on. Let's try that again. This time I'm going to run command prompt as administrator. And now let's try that again. ipconfig / register DNS. And now it is registering my host name with the 75.75.75.75 DNS server, so that that server now knows where my host name is. It says registration of the DNS resource records for all adapters of this computer has been initiated. Any error would be reported in the event viewer in 15 minutes. So I have now registered my computer with my with the DNS server at my ISP.